There we go. Okay. Finally ready to go. Welcome back, everybody, to the Artful Escape. We're gonna pick right up where we left off last time, where I think this will quite possibly end up being the last episode that we do.
This must be Lightman's audition. Broadcast live from the Tastemaker. Hopefully it's not his last stand.
Hopefully not. I guess we'll have to see.
Lightman's audition is coming to an end.
And? How was it?
It was fine.
That's it? What does fine mean?
I was led to believe fine was a devastating critique.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I'll just have to be even more spectacular than usual.
I'm afraid that may not be enough.
What? Why?
A poor opening act is like a stale hors d'oeuvre or a terrible kiss. Does not bode well for the main affair. Even your most spectacular show may not be enough to sway the tastemaker.
There's nothing we can do?
Oh, there's something, but it's far too dangerous. I wouldn't suggest
Then
it
why
at all,
even suggest it?
even though it's very close.
Tell me.
A monumental event in waiting. A creature that only appears once every 10,000 years. If you can convince it to carry you to the tastemaker.
A publicity stunt.
There you go.
There's a village. It's in a cave on the far side of this field. The rest is up to you. And Francis, there's something else you should know.
And what's that?
Yeah?
The time in Calypso, 7:04 p.m. on Saturday evening.
My show. Crap! I'm on in an hour?
I know. Seems almost impossible, doesn't it?
Well, we better hurry up then. Hello?
Hey man, is it cool if I go in?
Are you sure? It's pretty bleak in there. There's no partying, obviously. It's a no party zone. Might wake the damn thing up.
I'll make sure not to party.
No noise of any kind, okay? The flower pods might start dancing. Dancing's how parties start, apparently.
Okay. No sound of any kind.
Oh,
No
he's
promises.
brilliant. Lightman. Well, he is. Really. We've seen it before, but I thought this time, he might have added a little shrubbery. You know, shrubbery? Something fresh. A bloom of something strange and new and... Am I making any sense?
I guess, yeah.
The monster. It's Zeppelin-sized.
Ooh. Perfect.
What's up, little dude?
Good, thanks. I mean, not much. You got any records I could put on to, you know...
Are you trying to wake up the monster?
Maybe.
I might be.
Sorry, my friend. Can't sell records down here no more. Gotta keep real quiet. It's the law. Don't wake the monster, man. That's the mantra.
If you say so, pal. I think we're gonna wake up that monster, though.
I like Lightman, okay? He's royalty. But, I don't know. This time, I wanted a stampede, you know? I wanted to experience something raw and unseen. I wanted to fear for my life!
Not being very quiet there, pal. Okay. Well, not much else we can do at this point, so I guess we'll Oh my gosh. Fantastic. Do you say something different?
That is not a heavy metal migraine. And I think I kind of love that. Whoa. Whoa. I'm considering a new world of musical possibilities. Ah, I have some serious reflection to do.
Little dude, is that you causing a rumble? Oh,
Maybe.
I might be back in business yet. Huh, keep it up.
You got it, buddy. Oh, go down this way. Oh, there's things back to here. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So now what? Started the party back up.
The monster. It's Zeppelin's.
Okay, but how do we wake it up? Ah, there we go. Ah, it was an elevator. That makes sense.
What in the blazing fudge is going on down here? This place is one funky riff away from catastrophe. If anyone goes upstairs and causes a racket, well, I could lose my pension.
Causing a racket upstairs, you say? Can't have that now, can we? Dance, friends, dance. Gnarly. Kinda terrifying, though.
Whoa. Where's the party? This is my jam. They're playing my jam.
What is your name, friend?
They call me Floyd.
I got a
Floyd.
favor to ask you, Floyd.
You want to ride on my head, don't you?
Yes, Floyd. I do.
Yes, I do. Absolutely, 100%. Thank you. Press all the buttons at once. There's old Lightman.
Lightman!
Here we are, Youngblood, at the gates of Graceland.
You made a humongous miscalculation, not be renewing your contract. Put lives on our hands. You have. You kind of have,
put
buddy.
lives in our hands.
Shush now. None of that. Shoulders back, stand up tall. You're... Who are you?
I'm having a young
I'm
heart
having
attack.
a young heart attack.
I am indeed having a young heart attack. Oh?
You've come a long way, baby.
You? I know you. You're the tastemaker?
I am.
Oh.
I alone booked the stage for the Glamagon, and a more dazzling application I have not seen.
I told you. Lightman and... It's an event of celestial enormity.
You're eager for judgment, Lightman. Then you shall have it.
Is that a good thing, though?
Lightman, jammer of the Glamagon. When we first met, you were already a beast among slow-moving mammals. You have dared the universe to deny something so frightfully evolved, and in the process, you've become one of the greats.
Words that will wander my dreams.
And the teenage riot? You look different.
I feel different. I am more messed up than ever.
I feel different.
I do feel different.
You are a frightening talent. When I arrange every facet of you in my mind, I can hear you like a chord. And in the wonder of that music, there is something utterly unexpected.
That's the
Very
nicest
kind.
thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yet, the chord contains a flaw, a dissonant note, just a whisper of it. You know what it sounds like to me?
No?
It sounds like folk music, Francis.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true. I'm the...
There it is again. Folk, strummed by a ghoul in your mind. Who is he?
He's... my uncle. He's a legend. Where I come from.
What is his name?
Francis, I wouldn't...
Johnson. Vendetti.
He's already gone, so, I mean, what can he do?
Vendetti!
Lightman! What cheap trick is this? He's got nothing to do with the old man. He's never even met him.
You think you could just enlist another Vendetti? Dress him up and I wouldn't notice.
Another?
Another Vendetti? What are you talking about?
Oh.
He does not know.
No.
He doesn't need to know. It's got nothing to do with him.
When Lightman faced the Glamagon, he was not alone.
Who was... Oh. No.
He was supporting Johnson Vendetti.
Oh.
You knew my uncle? You lied to me. The whole time. You were just trying to bring back Johnson Vendetti. Like all those other folks. Searching in me for some dead man I never met.
No, that's not true. Maybe I did want to bring him back. But I never asked you to be like him. I never wanted you to be anything other than whatever it is you are.
The universe turns, Lightman. Stars die, evolutionary branches rise and fall. Yet you have remained in your singular moment, a legacy act. And the stage of the Glamagon is reserved for the future, not the past.
Ouch.
Francis, the future is yours if you have the courage to grasp it. But you cannot face the Glamagon with a head full of ghosts. Your application to jam with the Glamagon has been denied.
I'm sorry, kid. You'll understand one day.
No! No! Wait!
What's gonna happen now? Where's he sending Lightman? Where's he sending me? Where are we going now? Back home. So old Johnson Vendetti is a little bit more than he was cracked up to be. Are we back at the doorway that we came in? Oh, my outfit's gone. Lame.
Well, it really don't seem like that long ago that I was standing here. Rain falling down on my toes, platform 23. It really don't seem like that long ago. Time goes by so fast.
Appreciate that everyone has sunglasses of some sort.
I still replay the past. And if it don't
We didn't make it back in time, did we?
work out,
Uh-oh.
you live in
Hey, what's up, friend?
if it don't work out now, mama, you crash and you burn. And if it don't work out,
So what now? Strum a folk ballad about the toil of a miner's life. And here we are in the same place. Right back where we started. Maybe not. Hell yeah. From Nesbeam, General of the Heavy Metal Light Brigade! Gnarly. We know what we have to do. Hey, Tastemaker.
Now, that is strange. No folk music, not a flighty strum. Maybe I was wrong about you. But what will the folks of Calypso make of this new creature?
Fuck 'em.
Calypso? Never heard of the place. Maybe you're thinking of someone else.
Maybe I am. Where you headed?
You know where I'm headed.
the Glamagon.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Anything?
No. Wait. What is that?
It's the strange fleshy creature.
Zom, move the ship around. We're rolling out.
Where are we going?
It's time for my arrival.
Time to kick up your laser show. Oh boy. Oh, this is about to be something else, isn't it? Let's go. There it is. Alright, I gotta get this right. No screwing this one up. Hi.
I've marched across the galaxy to jam with you, Glamagon. From the far side of Nesbeam! That delivers occasional proto-human wonder beings. I am the General of the Heavy Metal Light Brigade! I am the Ethereal!
I've heard of you.
Ah! Wrong side. Press R1 instead. It's okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Start way over here. No, crap. What was it? There we go. Okay, okay. Did okay. We did okay. Alright, one more side. Got it this time. Yeah, we got it that time. Oh boy, now what? Ooh. Trippy. Ah, what was that last one? I didn't catch it. Oh, okay, okay. More levels. 4 of them in total. Interesting. Well, 4 sides, anyways. Here we go again. It's easy enough. Perfect landing.
What say you, Glamourgon?
We
Not entertained. We did it.
You are a being of rare brilliance.
As are you, Glamourgon. A pleasure. I barely even try.
As are you, Glamourgon.
Though rare and brilliant as you are, it was not your music that shocked my gelatinous mammoth mind. Your laser show, it is unrivaled in this dimension or any other. Who is responsible?
I don't think I'm allowed to say.
Oh, sure you are. She can speak for herself.
Toad.
My name is the Miragium, and that is all you shall ever know.
You are a transformative talent, Miragium. You may count yourself among the visionaries who have entertained the Glamourgon.
Cool.
That means very little to me.
Dang. That's cool.
That name may form a mantra on my lips. Your cosmic lung is cleared for the next station.
You can stop me if you tried. Thank you, my new friend.
You are
gracious.
Most gracious.
I'm also giving you this complimentary galaxy skipper by anti-engine. If you want the impossible, you want anti-engine.
Cool. Don't 100% know what that means, but you know what? I'll take it. Oh, it's a car. Cool.
There's nothing like a cruise across the universe to shape those post-show jitters. Is there anyone you want to pick up along the way?
Yeah, I think there is.
So, what now?
Well, I'm the laser artist who inspired a glamour gun. Probably gonna cruise around, forget my friends, get some questionable habits, reap the benefits of fame.
Hell yeah.
No one knows it's you.
I'll wear the helmet. Wait, is that?
Lightman. The hell are you doing out here?
Hey,
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 you wanna lift?
no. Got a lot to chew over,
Yeah.
why didn't you tell me?
because I thought it didn't matter. And I was right. Kid, you're a star.
We'll catch you around, Mark.
Can you come back and get me later?
I'll think about it.
Where are we going?
Who cares? We're on a victory lap.
Did you know Lightman played with Johnson Vendetti?
That was way before my time. I suspected he might not have been alone. I didn't know it was your uncle. Wanna know something crazy I heard about Johnson Vendetti? He
What's that?
hated the outdoors. Rivers, streams, mountains, everything he wrote about.
Really?
That's just who he dreamt he was.
So that was the persona that he came up with. But for what reason? May we never know. Meanwhile, back in Calypso. Got a lot of explaining to do.
You can't just leave me here. I'll never readjust.
You've still gotta play your hometown show.
I can't. I missed it.
Kinda
The
did.
festival's over.
You haven't missed the after party.
I forgot about the after party.
True.
You nervous?
No, I'm not. Where are you gonna go?
Impossible to say when I'm not behind the wheel. Turns me into a hopeless wanderer. And I feel like it's time to wander.
Well, I thought, that we were a good team.
We're just starships passing in the night, kid. I'm not looking for a collaborator. Not for a while.
So what? That's it then?
No. I wouldn't be happy with that. I owe you. The lung owes you. That's why I'll find you again.
Yeah, aren't I still technically captain of the lung?
And
Yeah?
Yeah.
don't forget Francis altogether. He's a friend of mine.
I won't forget. Goodbye, Violetta.
Off she goes.
You kid! You! There is
Me.
a world of unpleasantness coming your way, Vendetti. Where the hell were you?
On the far side of the universe.
And what in Lord's name are you wearing?
Wouldn't you
Johnson
like to know?
Vendetti would be seen dead in a getup like that.
Picked up in the desert dimension of Glimmer Dam. Found it in a mall, in a closet, on a boat. Alien named called it a triumph of the human spirit. Hell yeah.
An alien named Calvaggio called it a triumph of the human spirit.
I ain't got time for your nonsense, boy.
Rami, I am the nonsense. Now, cut the lights. I'm about to make my entrance.
I swear to all that is holy, if you are not on that stage in 5 seconds...
An entrance, whether literal or metaphysical, cannot be undone. Cut the lights.
You better give these folks what they paid for, Vendetti.
I'm gonna give them something more.
Let's fucking go! Oh yeah, the boots! Hell yeah, let's go.
I am the Ethereal! From Nesbeam! I am the General of the Heavy Metal Light Brigade! And I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, you'll remember this night for the rest of your lives!
Let's go. Hell yeah. Gnarly. Well, now what? It's gotta be like an epilogue, right? Or something. Or is that gonna be it? Johnny Galvatron. It's the most badass name. Okay, so I can fast forward. Okay, there we go. Now what? I can continue, but where does it pick up? Because that's a real question. Because I still got like an hour left. Oh, does it just pick up just right here? It does, doesn't it? Yeah, this is it.
You kid! There is a...
That's funny. Okay. Gotcha. I guess we can head to the main menu then. Well, I thought that was going to end up being a little bit more, but that's okay. I think that's a wonderful place to end it. Wow! What a super awesome, super cool game. Oh man, I wish there was more. I really do. I want more. That's what this game left me feeling, is like, I want more.
This will all be yours, and the banks of the river are lined in gold.
It's funny that, you know, that's the thing that, you know, the people of Calypso ID, like, held on to in terms of ideals of what Johnson Vendetti was. They held on to this, you know, memory of what he once, of what he made up, apparently. It just wasn't him. I wonder if I can go all the way back. Go all the way back to the mountain over here. They thought they knew Johnson Vendetti and what he was, but in reality it was the persona that he came up with. Or perhaps he didn't even sound like that when, you know, it came to the real him. Who's to say, who's to know? All we can say for certain is that we turned into something very drastically different. Something that we knew we were all along. Because as much as, you know, the whole get up and the look and the name and the title and everything, it's all, you know, it's all false, so to speak. But it's not at the same time. The falsehood, the facade, really was who Francis was, in a way. But just like Violetta said, Francis is his own being too. It's something that I've actually kind of come to grips with and have been thinking about a lot recently in terms of my own personal identity. You know, who I am, what I believe in, what I stand for. You know, and there's a lot of masks that one person can wear in terms of how they present themselves to others. You know, some of us have masks for certain people, some of us have masks for certain situations. And I feel like Francis was a mask in a way. Not to say that it's, you know, wearing that mask is a bad thing, or that you should, you know, constantly always be, you know, this, you know, underlying creature, which you see here. Which, I mean, you know, it would be nice to be able to do that, of course, but Francis is as much of a part of what lies underneath as much as what lies underneath is a part of them as an individual, as a being. And so, coming to grips with that and trying to understand that the masks that you wear are just as much of a part of you as you are yourself. It's an interesting experience, to say the least. But in a lot of ways, the person underneath is one of the most important, if not the most important, aspect of you. Because it's who you truly are underneath it all. And so many people spend their entire lives shying that away and pushing it down and not wanting to be subjugated or judged because of who they are underneath. That's not fair. That's not right. All of us should be able to shine in our own beautiful way. Not many people get a chance like what Francis did here. But through this game, it gives you kind of a little peek into, you know, the dark corners of your mind. Where you find that little creature just sitting, lying in a corner. And Francis was the one who went and got him up. Francis is the one who brought him out of the darkness. So Francis is just as important as the Ethereal page is as well. Crazy cool game. Crazy fun game. Awesome story. Beautiful graphics and visuals. Oh my lord. So fantastic. I believe there was a review that had came out where it was saying that this was like the best personification of what it actually feels like to play music in terms of like scope and you know, just the experience it's in and of itself. And I think that's true. Absolutely, 100%. I think it's super cool. This is a very special game, very fun game, and I'm really glad I got the chance to play it. Probably go ahead and make our way back across now. Although it's just gonna bring us right back to the ending. Now I play bass guitar myself, I don't play actual guitar, so I wouldn't be able to do the kind of wailing that Francis is able to do here. I wish. But I'd like to think I'm halfway decent. And you know, the thing is that too, in terms of my own personal life, the game has kind of had a little bit more of an impact than what I think I anticipated myself. Because I feel like I've been kind of going through this transitional period myself of... A long time ago, a number of years ago now, I used to play in a band. Played with a couple of buddies of mine from high school. We got really good. We released a couple of EPs. Played a lot of shows all over the state. And, I don't know, we had a really good thing going. But, I, myself, at that time, I wasn't happy. I was going through some really nasty mental stuff. I was going through some really nasty personal issues that I needed to work through. And so I had to step away from the band. And I know that upset the other members. But I feel like as time has gone on, they've kind of come to understand why I did what I did. But in the years since I started a family, I've worked on myself as an individual a lot. I've gone to therapy. Been going to therapy for a couple of years now, and it's done wonders for me. And I even took some time to step away from the guitar. I set it down for a good long while. But recently I've been getting the itch again. It's something that just kind of, when it comes to you, it comes to you. You can't really force it. And you can try, but rarely does it ever actually come out to be anything substantial or worth anything when it's forced. And you just kind of have to go with the flow and let it come naturally. And a big aspect of it coming naturally to you is whether or not you yourself have gone through what you need to go through in terms of personal growth. I've done a lot of growing over the past couple of years since I left my band. And I actually have been working with a little bit an old friend of the family who's a drummer. We're in talks to start a project of our own, just a bassist and a guitar player. And kind of almost like Royal Blood in a way. Maybe not taking 100% inspiration from Royal Blood, but you know, bassist and the guitar player, same format kind of thing. But even just writing music myself, just playing music again, it's liberating, it's freeing, it's tapping into a deep personal part of myself that I neglected for a while, but it had to be neglected in order for me to work on myself. And I think what I really needed more than anything was just kind of a kick in the ass. In a lot of ways. I kind of just needed to be almost woken up, so to speak. There's in terms of, you know, where I was supposed to go, what I was supposed to do, because I knew I always wanted to come back to music eventually, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do or how I wanted to go about it. And so eventually it got to the point where things kind of started to come naturally to me. You know, sitting at work, not really doing anything, just kind of talking and singing songs to myself to pass the time. And then suddenly lyrics started coming to my head again. Lyrics, of all things. I actually find it really difficult to write lyrics, meaningful lyrics anyways. And all of a sudden they just kind of started coming naturally, so I started writing them down again. And then I would get home from work and I would, have this kind of idea and tune in my head, and I'd put pen to paper, so to speak, or fingers to fretboard, and it came so naturally and so easily, and it's a magical experience, not unlike this game in a lot of ways. And then in terms of personality and personal growth, I think that this game is a really good representation of what it is that one has to go through in terms of overcoming their own anxieties, fears, and all the negative aspects of what it is to go through what you're going through. It really kind of shines some light on that and puts on a whole laser show for you. So this is a really good game. This is a really, really good game, and it's one that I think I'm going to remember for a long time, and I'm probably going to play again a couple of times over. I'm really glad that I played it. Sad that there's not more. I really wish that there was more. But, yeah. Wow. What a fantastic experience. Well, we are only an hour in, and we've got an hour left of stream. So I'm not really 100% sure where to go from here. Yeah. Go ahead and head back to the main menu. Not really a whole lot here to, go through. Languages.
See a blonde-haired boy, he be playing in the fields, and his daddy lifts him up on his steering wheel. He says, one day, son, this'll all be yours, and the banks of the rivers are lined in gold, and the sweet rows of pines lost in your winter night. Run, baby, far from home. The banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold. Now you best believe he is grateful indeed for all the work that his mother be doing with the pick and her seeds. She's lifting the hay fields and she's turning the soil where the banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold. Near the sweet rose of pines lost in your winter night. Run, baby, far from home, where the banks of the rivers, they are lined in gold.
Just thought we should listen to, the rest of the song for a little bit there. Because I think when I first started, I only listened to maybe the first verse.
It's a place to hide in the back of your mind. It's a soft just like a hummingbird when she touches the sky. And you've got nowhere, and you don't know just why. You're a child of the river coming home tonight. sweet rosy pines, lost in your winter night. Will you run, baby, far from home, where the banks of the rivers they are lined in gold. And you run, baby, far from home, where the banks of the rivers are lined in gold, where the banks of the rivers are lined in gold.
That's pretty good. It's good stuff right there. For folk music. I've always been a metalhead at heart. You know, I believe I've kind of told the story before, but I suppose I can kind of go into a little bit more detail. So, long time ago, back in the late 90s, my dad and my mom both played in a band together. They were in a group where Dad played guitar and he sang, and my mom played bass guitar. They used to, Mom used to claim that I actually used to kick to the beat of the songs as they would play on stage. So, you know, I like to make the joke that I like to pull the whole Dark Knight Rises Bane bit by saying that you merely adopted the bass. I was born into it, molded by it. But yeah, I didn't pick up my first guitar until I was about 12 years old when I got it for my birthday. I had played on the drums a little bit before that, and I had... Sounds like there's a small person knocking at my door. Kids. I played drums a little bit before because my folks had a drum set up in the basement. But music has always been a huge, important aspect of my life. Something that I was born into, something that, you know, I carry with me, and something that is straight up in my blood. Both my parents were musicians. A lot of people on my mom's side of the family are all musicians. A couple people on my dad's side too, I think. But yeah, music's always been a huge part of me. I've always felt a very strong, special connection to it. So I didn't get my first bass guitar until I was 12, and I honestly didn't even pick it up for maybe about a year or two after I got it, because, you know, around that age you're more interested in other things. Like video games. Video games, yeah. We'll say it was video games. Yeah, at one point I had seen the bass guitar just sitting in the corner of my room gathering dust. I'm like, you know, my folks got me this guitar. It's kind of expensive, I imagine. Should maybe give it a try. So I went to my old man. He taught me how to play a couple of, you know, simple starter riffs, Smoke on the Water, Iron Man, you know, things like that. We all come from, for the most part, a metal background. My folks were both, my mom especially was a child of grunge music, and Dad came from, you know, the metal underground of the 90s. And so I knew that I wanted to play metal music myself, and I knew that if I wanted to master my craft and to get as good as I could possibly be, that the best place to start was going to be going back to the very beginning to the creators, quote-unquote, of heavy metal, and that was Black Sabbath. Geezer Butler, their bass player, was an incredible teacher. His riffs were intricate and difficult enough to where it actually posed a challenge for a beginner like myself at the time, but they were simple and easy enough to pick up to where it wasn't like going straight into just trying to play Primus or Tool right off the bat. Gradually over time, I started working my way forward through the decades, picking up different techniques and skills along the way. learning from masters and the greats of yesteryear, guys like Cliff Burton, Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead, Geezer Butler, of course. Once I got into my teen years, right when you kind of start developing your own sense of taste in music, started listening to a lot of like early 2000s metalcore stuff. So I started listening to, and as well as like new metal and other things like that, and so I kind of started getting into a lot of that stuff. And then right around 2013 is right around when we started that band that I had mentioned. Which, by the way, if you are interested and you want to go check that out, we used to be called Pageless Story. Yes, I know, Pageless Story, and my name is Paige. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know what? The name was came up with before I joined the band, so... but yeah, we were called Pageless Story. You can find us over on Spotify. I think just our one EP is up there right now. It's the EP called Grief. Started out with 5 of us. Things happened. People went our separate ways. Whittled it down to 3 of us eventually. And then finally down to, well, Pageless Story kind of died after I left, I feel. The other 2 members kind of tried to continue it on for a little bit, but now they've got another project of their own with a different member, and more power to them. They've got a couple of shows coming up, and they've been doing pretty good for themselves. I myself have been going through what I went through, what I kind of talked about earlier, and now I'm to the point where I think I'm ready to kind of start making some stuff of my own again. Again, I've started writing again, started coming up with lyrics and with riff ideas and all that fun stuff. And it feels a lot more natural now. It feels a lot more powerful, in a way. It feels a lot more personal, like it's me playing, not me trying to live up to any one single thing. Because that was the thing, is that after I was born, my folks' high school bands, they wound up breaking up, going their separate ways. Dad didn't play for a number of years. Mom never really picked up the bass all that much ever again. She focused on, being a mom and taking care of us. Dad wound up picking up the guitar again a number of years later and doing his own project again with a couple of his buddies. And they actually made it decently big here locally. Made a pretty good name for themselves. But for someone like myself, even with, the backing of the rest of my band members at the time, it always, for me anyways, it always kind of felt like I was, in a lot of ways, to what Francis feels like in this game, in his relationship with Johnson. Kind of feels like I felt like I was living in his shadow a lot of the times. I don't know if he necessarily knows that or has ever heard me talk about that like that. So, Dad, if you happen to see this, I'm sorry. But yeah, maybe that's not how other people saw it. That's not how it was presented. I can't imagine that's how Dad intended it, but it's certainly how it felt for me. And it's in a lot of ways it broke me. I felt like I was trying to live up to a potential that I could never fulfill. It felt like I was trying on a pair of shoes that were way too big for me. And so I kind of curled into myself and went into a not so great dark place mentally. But then I started picking up the pieces again, going through everything that I went through in terms of mental therapy and all that fun stuff, personal growth. And this game, funny enough, has kind of taught me a little bit of a lesson in terms of what it means to be yourself. In a lot of ways, I always thought that, being yourself is being your raw, unfiltered, unmasked, unholy self. And in some ways it is. But there's more to it than that. And the whole thing that I talked about earlier with masks. The masks are a part of you as well, and you need to be able to accept that those masks are a part of you and that they're something that you can control. Because if you let the masks control you, or God forbid you become the masks, you can lose yourself in that mask in and of itself, and you lose sight of who you truly are on the inside. And who I am on the inside is something much different from what I anticipated, I think. It's something that I'm going to have to still grow and develop and work my way through. But eventually, I'll be able to work on that a little bit more and hopefully come out the other side a changed, more powerful, different person. Become a different person entirely, as the game puts it. But, yeah. So, it's a little story about my life. And the impact that this game has made on me and music as a whole. Yeah. There is one more story I'd kind of like to share. In terms of, if we're just chatting. Just gonna go ahead and do that. I don't know why I didn't do that from the get-go. But, I should edit this. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. So, my name is Paige, right? I identify as gender fluid, but obviously I am AMAB, assigned male at birth. But, so growing up most of my young life, I only came out within like the past couple of years as gender fluid, but so for most of my life I was a guy. And I grew up with that kind of ideology. So a boy named Paige, spelled P-A-G-E, like I spelt it in the game here, he got made fun of a lot. A lot. And, but it's something that I never really let bother me all that much. It did in the beginning. There's just something rough about going in on your first day of kindergarten, meeting a couple of new kids, and they ask you what your name is, you tell them Paige, and they all laugh and say, Paige, isn't that a girl's name? Oh, and that just, kind of shatters your life and world for a number of years, but, eventually I grew into it and got over it. And lately I've been able to embrace it that much more. I think it's actually very fitting that I actually am gender fluid, because I think Paige kind of fits in a lot of ways. It feels androgynous enough to where it doesn't feel like it's exclusive to any one side. Anyways, getting a little bit off track. So, my name is Paige. I was named Paige by my parents. It's not a name that I chose for myself. At the time of my birth, right around 1996, my dad was really into this band that was popular at the time called Helmet. Helmet is fronted by a guy named Page Hamilton, spelt the same exact way. And funny enough, we actually share a birthday, believe it or not. May 18th, 1996 is my birthday, and May 18th, I don't remember what year, but May 18th is his birthday as well. Just super fucking crazy. We also used to have a cat back when I was born that was named Elmo, after the Sesame Street character. But also Elmo, apparently in Italian, I think I'd have to look this up again to see if it's true. But Elmo in Italian means helmet, or something of the sort. That's what I was always told, anyways. So Dad was really into Helmet at the time. But yeah, so just kind of a fun little story, fun little small world kind of situation. My folks actually got to meet Page Hamilton. They went to a Helmet show a couple of years back. They got to meet him. They told him all about me and, all that fun stuff. And I believe they had said that Page actually wanted to meet me, which is pretty wild. It would be super cool to be able to meet him, especially being that not only do we share a name, not only are we both musicians, playing, you know, rock and heavy metal music, but we also share a birthday? I mean, come on. Shit's wild. But yeah, gosh, I was only able to kill 20 minutes by rambling. Crap, okay. Well, you know what? Why don't we go see what else we can find in the meantime. So, we finished that. Gosh. I don't even know where to pick up next. I guess we could go play another game. You know what? I'm gonna do something here. Ugh, go away, Steam. I don't want to deal with you right now. Let's see if she's on. Gotta pop open Discord real quick here. Let's see if we can get her in here, because that would be fun.
Yes.
Hi.
What's up?
So I finished my game early. Like, I finished it at 9 o'clock, and I've been just kind of rambling for the last 20 minutes telling stories about my life and crap. And, you know, my thoughts on the game and all that fun shit. But again, I was only able to kill like 20 minutes. So, you want to go play some Warframe or something?
Switch is dead.
Oh no! You should be able to plug it in though. The cord is still out there. I think it was plugged into the pink controller, so you should be able to just plug it right in.
I'm just gonna plug it right into the Switch. I'm just saying I don't know if it's gonna turn on anytime soon.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I just you know, finished my game and tried to drag it out as long as I could, but I've only got so much.
So you mean to tell me you weren't playing a game when Spencer came over there and was knocking on the door for you?
I did hear him knocking, yes. Why? What did he want? What was going on?
He wanted to inform you that you were mean and you're ruining his life.
Why?
And you took his Minecraft.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, alright. Oh, we got a resource drop chance booster, resource booster for 23 hours, or 4 organ cells. I think I know which one I'm going for.
I'm gonna have to play it on the actual Switch because I'm not gonna turn off his Minecraft.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's okay.
Yeah, you should have messaged me earlier. I would have, you know, plugged this shit in.
No, that's okay. I didn't even really think about it a whole lot. I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do there. In fact, yeah, I mean, I was even thinking about like just cutting the stream short and just leaving it just at an hour, but I'm like, well, I want to keep up with.
That is still a choice.
Well, just true. I wanted to keep up with the consistency, but I don't know. I suppose I could cut it short.
Doesn't always have to be 2 hours.
No, I suppose it doesn't. I did what I wanted to do. I did I played the game, finished it up. Maybe I'll just maybe I'll end the stream here and hop out and. Oh, we can go play Warframe anyways, but we can just play it just us.
You do decide what you want to do.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna do that then, if that's alright. I'll even bring
Fine with me.
PlayStation back out. Well, because then I'm not having to do a split title when this goes up on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that
So.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. She makes good points. See, this is why she needs to stick around. This is why I need her, because, man. She is the brains and the common sense to my impulsiveness and my bigdom. So, yeah, I think that we will go ahead and call it there for tonight. It's cutting it short tonight, but you know, not too short. But yeah, so that was the Artful Escape. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and playing with me. If you made it this far, you are awesome. If you want to see any more of my content, be sure to head over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SasquatchGame. You can see all my previous live streams archived over there, as well as the rest of the Artful Escape playthrough. I will be back again tomorrow. So if you're watching this on YouTube, hi YouTube, be sure to stop by my Twitch channel, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time until 10 p.m. basically every single night. Tomorrow we will be back with, I think, some more Jedi Fallen Order, so be sure to stop on by and say hi for that. Alright, well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. They all take care.